Early, blue 1.
A let off there for the Russians as the Italians engaged too early. And a good charge by Gresev. That's Korshunov, the captain, just out from the 22. Fullback, Klyuchnikov. He's easy to pick, he has the shaven heads. This is Rachkov. Ball taken by Benvenuti. Coming up to 9 minutes of play. Italy ahead by 7-0. And they've lost it in the contact. And there's quick ball needed out wide, and there's plenty of space for the Italians. This is Luke McLean over the 10-metre line, Russian territory. Now they'll come back this way with big cutout passes. Another penalty against the Russians.
Offside 4 and 3.
Well, Justin, they spoke
okay?
about the ball retention before the game. The Russians were lineouts and ball retention were the key things. And that time, Alexander Vortov lost the ball in contact, and that will certainly worry the Russian team. And again, the offside, they're really testing Wayne Barnes, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are. And there's the compromise, Matthew. I mentioned that they're going to have to be more disciplined at the breakdown. In saying that, they won't want to give away the quick ball. Vortov, as you mentioned, was the one who spilt it, and there's plenty of players there offside. He's picked on the 2 locks, but I think it could have been one of any, or one of many, I should say.
Well, that was the problem against the USA. They just coughed up too much ball, and they've really hurt themselves in the early stages. Italy now with a very cohesive maul. Russian players going to ground to stem its momentum. Aquino. Nice little dummy. Benvenuto slipped. "15 metres out from the Russian goal line. Cittadini using his bulk. And they're queuing up out here, Perugini. 7 metres out from the goal line. The Italians looking for their second try. That pass from the halfback too high for Bocchino, who has it again. Derbyshire setting up. Good composure here from the Italians. Bocchino, McLean. Big, strong left winger. Toniolati. And there's the counter ruck from the Russians.
Good counter ruck.
Tackle, knock on, strong red.
Well, they're not going to give up in that area. And they've been penalised a few times. As I said before, the compromises, discipline with ruck ball speed. They can't give Italy lightning quick ball all day, so they've got to be competitive. That time they were legal. They turned it up very well. This is the break from McLean. He's a big boy. He hits the line well. It's over the advantage line. From here, here's the counter ruck from the Russians. On their feet, nice body positions. Through they come, all of them, and they secure the turnover. Well done.
One of the first things that Luke McLean did was he ran nice and straight. The Italians just seemed to be cribbing across field too much. Good play from McLean.
And the big counter ruck there came from number 6, Grachev, Vyacheslav Grachev, who was born in Uzbekistan. The big number 6 on this side, 38 years of age.
Well, they've all started well. All 3 Lucies, carrying and aggressive at the breakdowns. Good to see.
31 tries too to Grachev as well, so he's a try scorer, the number 6.
Italian tight head slipping over there. Scrum, coughs up the ball. Big chance here. Toniolati out on the right, Parise. Toniolati gets it. Parise against scouting out wide. This guy, Toniolati, was a big gamble by Nick Mallett. He's a great athlete. Started his Test career as a scrum half.
Oh, they worked it well. Massey did extremely well. He just drew and passed. It's just whether his feet. He gets tackled from behind here, and you watch his feet get dragged towards the touchline, but nowhere near earlier enough. It's try time.
Well, the key to me is he awards the try. The key to me is the number 8, Gordon. I think Parise has done very, very well here. Lovely behind ball, and just the way he turned was the key to that try.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, perfect.
So this is the turnover from the scrum. They couldn't quite handle the pressure. The Italian forward pack comes right through. From here, it's nice and patient. You know, there's the ability to go wide. Instead, they set the quick ruck ball. There's Parise, lovely little loop around. And Tonalati is the man who benefits from some very good work by, as Matthew Cooper mentioned, Sergio Parise. He's on fire, the big man.
And some delightful link work by Paul Derbyshire, who delivered that final pass. The man from Benetton Treviso. Now Bocchino. It's a very tidy start for the Italians, though. They've applied all the pressure, and once they've got down in that attacking zone, they've taken their opportunities.
And their scrum as well. It all started from the scrum. This is the little slip pass. And they're going to have to get their set piece right, the Russians, because the Italian scrum is very strong, as we all know.
Italy halfway to their bonus point. This is Derbyshire again. He's come through the under-20 Italian academy near Pisa. Gori's kick coming down near halfway. Referee playing advantage. Perugini! Well, that was on Garo. Referee had said advantage over. Klyuchnikov, the fullback. Went back. Adam Burns, 8 from halfway, but they've lost it again, the Russians. Bocchino with a very clever little kick, well weighted. And it's another try, a gift. Benvenuti was just there to pick up the crumbs. His second Test try.
Nice little kick from Bocchino. He recognised the fact that there was no fullback for the Russians. Benvenuti is the man who scored the try eventually, but the Russians, too many mistakes. Lots and lots of errors from here. There's the turnover. It was well won. Geldenhuis was the man who got it from here. He recognised that there was space. Bocchino, the chase is good, but here's the mistake again. You know, you need to tidy that up. And they're thriving off the mistakes, Italy, at the moment, Matthew.
Yeah, the awareness is good too. I'm enjoying the awareness that the Italians are bringing to this game. Too many mistakes from the Russians. I mean, Botvinnikov, the loose head prop, dropped the ball earlier on for Russia, and the end result is Benvenuti. He goes over for a try. He's a good player too. I want to keep an eye on him tonight. And important too for Bocchino. He's just not really isn't showing the distance in his kicking tonight, so let's see how he goes. And again, no joy for the Italian number 10. But yes, you mentioned Benvenuti. He was on the wing for the historic win over France in Rome in Six Nations this year. But enjoying his transition to centre, number 13. Rachkov goes deep.
He's dancing with it again.
Tonialati then. Artemiev came up quickly for the tackle there, the right wing for Russia. This is Perugini. Good clean out initially from Parise. And Gori. Klyuchnikov. Spectacular running take. 28 metres out. Can the Russians hit back here? Botvinnikov. Shakirov. Plenty of front rowers out in the backs, showing their ball handling skills. Grazev, the new father.
What a fiend.
His wife gave birth 2 nights ago for their first child, a baby daughter, as Ongaro came in solidly on Prishapenka. This is better play as Grashev goes to ground. Russians needing to put some phases together here, and they're doing that. Garbazov. Shakirov clears it. Picking up Rachkov. Now the hooker. Kushinov. Russians probing Botvinnikov again. They're holding on to the ball. 10 phases completed. Alexander Shakirov. You can see the ball coming very slowly. It's Garbazov. Bergamasco there just coming through off his feet.
Hold back feet.
Let's see what the Russians can do here. Coming up to 19 minutes elapsed. They're just outside the Italian 22. This is Markovetsky. Shakirov clears it. Number 8, Grasev again. Bergamasco all over it, but not interfering. Shakirov. Russia going through a lot of phases. Hit of a forward pass. And ultimately frustration.
Yeah, good discipline though with the ball, Russia. The attack was great. They were getting over the advantage line at times and possibly could have had a couple of opportunities for penalties. This is Klyoshnikov. He gets up, nobody contests, so he gets free from here. And this is where they managed to put 16 phases together. Look at the don't argue. Grashev, the new father, he's out there and he means business tonight. There's the forward pass, Rachkov. And unfortunately it breaks down for them, but that's what they need to do. They need to move the Italians around, and I thought they were pretty harshly treated at some breakdowns there. They possibly had their board slowed down illegally. Bergamasco was a nuisance.
Well, he went off his feet, didn't he? And
yeah.
He should have got pinged then, but totally agree. Outstanding play from the Russians. Whilst they didn't get too far in terms of territory or distance there, some good signs from Gorbachev, the Russian number 7. Very impressed with his start to the game. He's physical, he's big. And as you mentioned too, an outstanding take from Klinichikov, the Russian fullback. And yeah, just good passages, Justin, coming through, but it's just that final ball control, wasn't it? But to put, it must have been 10 or 15 phases. Very impressed from the Russians. It's taken a little bit out of the Italians as well.
Toto Perugini having problem with his left shoulder.
I think it's sorry, Gordon, it's Fabio Ongaro. Yes, he came up to put the big shot on his opposite. Kushinov, and unfortunately when you come up out of the line to smash somebody, you don't like coming off second best. Unfortunately for Ongaro, he did, and he's hurt his shoulder by the looks of it, but the magic water or spray or both or everything has worked, and he's going to get back into his work.
First test match ever at Trafalgar Park in Nelson at the northern tip of New Zealand, and it's been a wonderful day here. Lots of colour through the town, and lovely seeing these nations all decked out in their colours, aren't they? Wonderful.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Ongaro is the scrum organiser for the Italians. Carrying a lot of niggling injuries. And again, the Russian scrum marks many metres.
Oh, look at that. Ongaro's come up.
Number 3. Relax. 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 Relax.
Well, I can't understand the things that's going on. There's a lot of talk.
Penalty. Number 3.
Well refereed.
Penalty.
Wayne Barnes.
Prishapenka, the Siberian man mountain. 120 kilograms, 1.9 metres, which is 6'3" and 19 stones.
I don't know if Prishapenka can go pushing people around when you've just been marched back 15 or 20 metres, however, in the scrum.
No touch. Ostroushka over halfway. The Italians having scored 3 tries so far. Grachiev with a nice time pass there to Kuzin.